on Twitter somebody took off that this crazy Arsenal fan was so sick and tired of Arsenal's performance that so he went back home, he started his own club, and within 5 years he won the national title before Arsenal could do anything.
So how I typically start all my episodes is I get my guests to let me know how they got into sports in the first place. I know that you had a playing career long before when you were a kid. So can you tell me a little bit about how that started? I know you eventually got to the national team at the under-19 level. So can you tell me about what that was like?
Yes, you're right. So see, the whole thing starts because you fall in love with the game.
Yes.
And I fell in love with the game right from when I was, in footballing terms, pretty late by 13, 14. But in India, that's the normal time. Even sadly, this time people get involved in serious sports. Yeah. So played junior national 16s, 19s, and went on to play for India. And some of the boys who played with me have captained India, like Sangram Mukherjee, who's captain East Bengal, Mohan Bagan both, and Bijan Singh, who's been one of the best strikers for East Bengal. So that is the era. The Bindu Biswas, who's one of the member of parliament now, used to be 1 year junior to me in my batch.
Oh wow!
So
okay.
That's the kind. So that is the era I'm talking about. But after that, I have had two different things with the game. See, one was when I was before 19, and then sadly, I went to England for my graduation, and because I had to do that, I lost touch in playing the game. But It's a good thing according to the administration side of it. But playing the game, I lost in touch at that level. Yeah. But when I came back and I started my corporate life, and again, no games, no football at all, no sports at all. But after that, at the age of 31, 32, when I said, okay, I'm going to prove to myself that I can play again, and it's the game I love. And you had no support in India at all, in Chandigarh at all, or especially in Punjab. JCT has shut down. Yeah. So we started playing weekly, and the same boys used to play weekly football with me, used to be also in the Chandigarh camp. So I said, okay, why not just give it a try? So the age of 33 again, and 34, in fact, I tried out for the Santosh Trophy team of Chandigarh. And not only that, I captained the team. And nice. So that is where the idea of the football club came from, because I had a ready-made supply of professional. I mean, I would make them into professional players, that time amateur players. But I saw they were good enough. They were good enough to compete. All they needed was a platform. And I gave them that platform, and they gave it back to me. We were runners-up in the very first year of second division. So the journey has been really, really exciting, and it's like a dream come true.
So when you were growing up, and you even got to go to England and study there, so did you actually support any European team during that time?
In fact, I did. See, you got a poster at your back. So you used to be, you used to be our biggest rivals. I used to support Arsenal. Now I used to, but now I see. I'll tell you. See, when I was in England, this is 99, 2000, 2001, and we were on a run. And in 2001, we were the Invincibles. Yeah. So and Thierry Henry and Arsenal was the reason I love the football, the way I love football. But so somebody was on Twitter. On Twitter, somebody took off that this crazy Arsenal fan was so sick and tired of Arsenal's performance that so he went back home. He started his own club, and within 5 years he won the national title before Arsenal could do anything.
Oh wow!
That felt like was a pretty big slap. Yeah, that's true, man. So, in fact, my brother-in-law, that means my wife's husband and my wife's entire family, in fact, are big Man U supporters. Most of my friends are Man U supporters. And we used to have this big banter before I started Minerva FC that, whenever there used to be a Man U and Arsenal match. But the main thing was I used to be always on the losing end because we somehow fucking just never were able to beat Man U. Finally, we were able to beat Man U, when even then, when we had the crappiest team, we were able to do it. So, I used to have posters as a kid. One day when you beat Man U 1-0 and that poster used to be there for 10 years, you could not do that. So, I could not even dream that I would have posters in my room now which say that Minerva Punjab or Minerva Academy FC have beaten Mohan Bagan, have beaten East Bengal, have beaten Mohan Bagan, East Bengal at their home and at home. So, it's a great feeling to have. More than that, great feeling to have is that titles will be there every year. Every year there will be a club who will win a different title.
Yeah.
But the first goal which India has ever scored in the World Cup can never be taken away from Minerva, because that's Jackson Singh. And we had 1.3 billion people doing this at the same time because of that goal. So more of that, please.